Hey y'all, welcome back or welcome back to my channel. So it's been a minute, and let me know in the comments, but if you've been in a situation where a certain person or people have been trying to get a rise out of you and you keep ducking and dodging, or maybe you're not, this is your reading, okay? Now, I have 3 piles for you guys. Snakes give me the heebie-jeebies, so I thought that would be the perfect animal representation for you guys to pick your pile. So, I have 3 piles for you to choose from. Feel free to choose more than one. And yeah, I will see you guys at your reading. Put in the comments which pile you chose. All right? Welcome, pile number 1. So this is your anchor card, ooh, Teresa de Calcutta. All right, so what this card basically means is that your life is going to take a turn for the better. Now, immediately, my voice felt very scratchy. So this person wants to silence you, or they want to get you in a situation where you are either tongue-tied or stuck. Like I'm seeing a deer in headlights. So this person wants the satisfaction of seeing you frazzled, unable to speak up for yourself specifically. Okay, so this person purposely wants to weaken you. Now, I feel like that's pretty obvious, right, with the topic that we have right here. But because of this anchor card as well, I think this person is actually triggered by your good luck. They're triggered by seeing you either prevail or get nice things. So like, let's say you come in with a new outfit. Okay, let's say it's this work. You come in with a new outfit and you look hella cute, or handsome. Let's say you had a beat up car, and now it might not be the fanciest car, but you have a new car that looks better, you know? There's so many examples I can think of, but if this person sees you doing well or having some sort of upgrade in your life that triggers them, and what they want to do is to see you in a situation, you see my voice? This person wants to see you in a situation where you are less than them. What I mean by that, I mean they want to demean you so they can see with their own eyes that you look weak. This person gets a satisfaction from that. Now, who is this person? This is obviously somebody very competitive. But this is somebody who would be privy to your day-to-day life. Because of this Teresa de Calcutta card, I honestly think this is somebody who is seen as a saint by other people. Like, this is somebody who other people look at as an innocent person, or somebody who means well. Somebody, they wouldn't suspect this person of feeling any type of way about you. And if this person does, it's like people give this person grace. This is the type of person where they figure if they have an issue with you, then you must have really done something to them, even if you didn't. Okay. Let's see your oracle cards. We have here failure. I understand that a mistake is an opportunity to learn. And then we have stand up for yourself. Interesting. So I was saying that this person will actually, like, and there's a skunk too. So this person wants to get you in a position where even if you were to speak up, you would look wrong, or you would look like the bad guy. Calm in the storm. Yeah, this person does not like it when you are at peace. This person does not like it when you are unaffected by their cutting words or little little conniving things that they do. Maybe that they do out of the sight of other people, but you understand. You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about Drake. It was a few years ago, actually. I was watching the Joe Budden podcast, and I'm pretty sure this was around the time Rory and Maul were still his co-hosts. So this was a long time ago. This had to be like 5 years ago at this point. And Joe Budden was mentioning that Drake takes shots at people in a way where anybody else listening to the song, it would go right over their head. But the specific person who he's talking about would know exactly who he's aiming for. It's kind of like that underlying thing where it's like this person does things out of the view of people. That's how you're going to know who this person is. This person does things either out of the view of people, and if it is in the view of people, it's almost one of those things where if you were to make a big deal out of this, or you would stand up for yourself each and every time, you would be the one who looks menacing. So this person is extremely manipulative, and they know exactly what it is that they're doing. Failure, I understand that a mistake is an opportunity to learn. So this is how you're gonna know who this person is. Excuse me. Yeah, this person does not like it when you have anything to say. They don't want you to speak. They kind of want you to just like take their shit. But anyway, this person wants to get into your mind so that whatever it is that you want to achieve, whatever it is that you want to do, they want to subvert that psychologically. So this person wants you to put you in a place of anxiety and frustration, and for you to focus on them so that you don't focus on anything else. And I don't mean in a way of like an obsessed lover, right? But I mean more, and that's just an example. I'm not saying this is an obsessed lover specifically, but more so in a way where like they consume so much of your mind that you can't even sleep. Ooh, that's intense. This person's insane. Um, that you can't sleep well. That you feel like you have to walk on eggshells. Like, you know, you have to shrink yourself, basically. Um, yeah, let's pull some tarot. I'm not going to dive too much deeper into that because this person is honestly cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But the thing is that they're very calculated. So that's exactly what it is. This person wants you to look as crazy as they feel. This person doesn't actually understand on a deep level why they feel this way about you, but the fact that they feel this way about you makes them so uncomfortable. So this has to be some sort of envy. But the way that you make them feel makes them feel so uncomfortable that have to they have to push some of that onto you. That's their form of relief. Let's see. Let's pull some cards here. Benevolent spirit guides. What is this person's problem? What is this person's problem, benevolent spirit guides? What is this person's issue with pile number 1, benevolent spirit guides? 5 of Cups. They feel like they're missing out on something. Queen of Wands. I can already tell. You're somebody who's extremely good looking. You're very confident, and you know how to take charge. And you also get a lot of attention from people. And I'm not sure if this is something that you know, but I have a feeling you get attention from even behind the scenes. So people might even be coming up to this person and talking about you in a positive way, and that irks them. Like, it really bothers them on a very deep level, because they feel like compared to you they're missing something or a lot of things. They feel like they don't amount up to people's image of you, and that's what they wish that they had. Ooh, I need you to get away from this person. King of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, hold on, let me get a few cards. Oh, King of Swords reverse. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. So there are people around this person that look at you as like the ideal employee, the ideal family member, the ideal partner. And because of that, they feel like they are competing with you. They feel the need to compete with you. But you know what I'm actually getting? The people that are in this person's ear about you aren't the best of character anyway. Like, these are people who pretend to have a lot more control over their lives than they actually do. These are people that pretend to have it all together. What I'm going to say basically is that these people's opinions aren't really anything to rave about. But for some reason, this person holds these people's opinions like to a high regard. So because these people speak about you positively, it really, really, really gets to them. Let's see. Benevolent spirit guides. What is this person's problem with pile number 1? What is this person's problem with pile number 1? Ooh. 9 of Cups. I'm telling you, you're the ideal. You're the ideal. 6 of Cups. This person can tell that This person can tell that people are deeply affected by you. Whether it's lust, whether it's admiration, whether it's a deep desire for a friendship or just wanting to be close to you, this person can see that from other people, and in their mind it's like, why you? Like, what is so, like, what is it about you that everybody just wants to be in your life or around you? This person doesn't understand it. And they're like, well, I want people to feel that way about me too. So what is going on? And this comparison that they make of themselves to you really puts them in a kind of sad, somber kind of energy, as if you're taking something away from them, but you're not. I'm telling you, this person's insane. This person made you a target for something that you can't even control. They do not like the admiration you get from other people. And I'm telling you, this is stuff that's also like, it has to be behind closed doors as well. That's just the sense that I'm getting, is that people speak about you to this person behind closed doors. So this person could have a lot of failed friendships, failed relationships, failed um, camaraderie with like coworkers. Like they actively tried or still try to have these social relationships that seem to them come easily to you. They don't like that people are drawn to you, because they actually have to work to obtain these connections and relationships. That's why this person's so manipulative, because people aren't naturally drawn to this person. This person has to put themselves in front of people for them to be noticed, and you don't have to do that. Well, they got to figure themselves out, because that's not your problem, right? Anyway, pile number 1, that is your reading. I hope it resonated for you guys, and please put a comment down below. Let me know who this is to you guys, because this is absolutely insane, and I hope you guys get away from this person, because they are unhinged. All right, well, take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hi, pile number 2. All right, so your anchor card is Jose Gregorio. Oop, there you go, Gregorio, but it came out reversed. So what this means is that be careful, because there may be illnesses in your family, and be careful of self-medicating, because it will bring consequences. Now, what this is telling me is that the person who is trying to provoke you is somebody who indulges in indulges in substances. Look at me being tongue tied. They indulge in substances, right? In order to quiet their mind. That, or that could also be you, or maybe this is a connection that you guys have in common. So this is somebody that you know, smoke with a lot, or you guys get together and drink quite a bit. This is somebody who could possibly connect with you in that way. All right, so that's your clue into who this person is. Now, why this person wants to provoke you is because they want to draw, like, how can I say? They want you to spill your secrets, or they want to draw out some sort of information. There's certain information that this person wants from you. And the way they would get that is through provocation. I'm getting here. This person wants to expose your wounds. They want to know what you're deeply insecure about. They want to know how to press your buttons. It's almost like I'm seeing a game controller. So they want to know how to be able to control you. And that's why they're trying to provoke you. They want to see what's going to get you going so that they can play you like a fiddle. This might be a romantic partner, but this also could be a friend. I am getting very romantic here, though. This is somebody that you would get together and maybe, you know, smoke with, Netflix and chill, you know, order in some food. Like, I actually feel like this is somebody that you could have, ooh, the back of my neck is tingling. Um, you could have a very, like, cool vibe with, and you guys could flow. But maybe when this person feels like they don't have you in their grasp, they could say very cutting things, or they could do certain things that they know is out of pocket and would get a rise out of you. But that's just to see and collect data on how they can control you. See, my chest is rising, right? As I'm breathing, I'm noticing my breath get a little, like, not faster, it's not faster, but my chest keeps rising, right? So that means that this person is actually suppressing a lot of emotion for you. And it really bothers them that, like, they don't know. This person requires security by knowing how to control a person. So this person's insane as well. So they want to know what makes you cry, okay? So that if you hurt their feelings, they can make you cry. This person wants to know what will get you to flip out, so that when they don't get their way, they bring you out of character. This is very toxic. This person wants to know that when you guys are on the outs, what is a tactic for them to use to get you back every single time? This is a very calculated person. And it does feel very romantic, but this also could be a friendship or a family member as well. But I'm distinctly getting a romantic vibe here. So not somebody that you necessarily were in a committed relationship with, but definitely some romance here. Yeah, so I already know this person. When this person said really, like, outlandish stuff to you, it was literally just to just to just to like collect data on your emotional makeup. Psychotic. So was this person never even real with you? Look, grief, relationships. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So, this person might have felt like you were out of their league or that you were too good for them. And that the only way for them to be in control was to manipulate your emotions, to keep you stuck to them, to keep you glued to them. So this is somebody who thrives off of trauma bonds. And I don't necessarily mean like you guys being through a traumatic situation together, but like maybe being there for you during a difficult time. And then when you guys are in a disagreement, they throw that thing in your face. And then later on, they're the ones to come back to you and be like, kind of nurse you back to health emotionally, almost like what a pimp would do, which sounds insane to say, right? But it's giving pimp vibes. I was watching this. What you call this? I was watching Dave Chappelle. Sorry, 1 second. Dave Chappelle was describing a book that he was reading about how a pimp would beat, one of his ladies up to almost passing out and then give her an ice bath and then nurse her back to health. So it's that almost Stockholm syndrome of the same person who put you in pain is the same person that is also there to hug you and make you feel better after they did that damage. Absolutely not. And with grief, the grief card here, I'm seeing that this is somebody that if you haven't separated yourself from this person or this person hasn't separated themselves from you, it's gonna happen. It will happen because this is the type of person I can see that puts you in a like deep emotional pain. And it's literally all so that they could feel in control and also for them to control you as well. I'm getting like scribbles, but like in the brain. This person has a lot going on in their mind and it's almost like wires are crossed. This person might even feel insane themselves. This is somebody who feels insane themselves and puts that on other people too. Like they want other people to feel like they're crazy as well. Like this is a deranged individual. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Because that is very confusing, right? If somebody hurts you to the point of tears, but then they're also the same person who helps you recover from that, it's like there's a confusion. You're like, how does your brain register? Does this person love you or do they not? Are they out to hurt you or are they here to help you? That's very confusing. Excuse me. It's a confirmation. Let's see. What's this card? Be without malice. Wow. Be without malice. So bright. Hope you can see it. See, this person hides, but they can't hide for too long. Like they hide their shadow, but they can't hide it for too long. Evolve into your next becoming. You know what I'm getting from that? Depending on what this person wants from you is how they'll behave. So if they want space, instead of just telling you, hey, I need to be alone, they'll berate you or start an argument. If this person wants more love or more attention from you, they'll distance themselves so you chase them. Instead of just being honest and letting you know that, hey, you know, I would like for us to be a little closer. Now, be without malice. You know what I'm actually getting from be without malice? This person understands very well that what they're doing isn't wrong. I mean, is wrong. You see? That's exactly what I was going to say. So, this person understands that what they're doing is wrong, but they've convinced themselves that it isn't wrong. You know why? Because their tactics work on people. They've had really good results with this manipulative behavior that they have, which is honestly extremely psychotic and confusing. So because it works, to them it's like, well, how can it be wrong if it yields results? But they know deep down inside that they're a messed up individual. Alright, so let's get into the tarot. I'm definitely going to have to sage after this because this is actually, like, concerning. Like, this person needs help. Like, for real. This person needs help. Not from you either. From a professional. They need to be psychoanalyzed. Okay, let me stop. Benevolent spirit guides. What does pile number 2 need to know about this person that is trying to provoke them? Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles reverse. What does pile number 2 need to know about this person who's trying to provoke them? What does pile number 2 need to know about the Knight of Wands? Yeah, this feels very romantic. Benevolent spirit guides, what does pile number 2 need to know about this person trying to provoke them? High Priestess. Hold on. Here we go. High Priestess. Pile number 2. What does pile number 2 need to know about this individual? Benevolent spirit guides. Page of Pentacles. Okay. This person feels like you're the one that had the grief card, right? Yeah. So this is somebody that you've disconnected from. Or if you haven't, you are definitely going to. This person feels like since they either no longer have access to you or there's a lot of distance, or they feel like they've lost complete control of your dynamic. Excuse me. First of all, what's the phrase? They're getting under other people to get over you, or you know what I'm trying to say. With the Page of Swords here, the High Priestess, and the Page of Pentacles. So this person does feel connected to you, so they try to peer into how you feel about them, what your thoughts are about them. So they're trying to get this information about you, esoterically speaking. So I'm getting here that they're either too prideful to reach out, or they've tried to and they have had no luck getting a hold of you. So I wouldn't be surprised if this person went online and found a random tarot reader, or they went online and looked up, you know, uh, one of those Google search spells in order to get you to reach out to them, or, you know, stuff like that, where because of their connection to you, they do feel your connection on a spiritual level. So they're almost grasping at straws to get any information that they can. And your connection with them might have opened them up to esoteric knowledge, or even the curiosity to try to dabble in some of these things. So this is the type of paper, this is the type of person to write your name on a piece of paper, and then, I don't know, fold it up and put it under their pillow when they go to night, and when they go to bed at night, so that they can like connect to you in the dream state, like stuff like that, you know. And these things may or may not work, but just know that this person is trying things that are outside of the physical realm in order to contact you or to peer into your life. Not just your life, but more specifically how you feel about them. And I'm getting this person wants to let you know how they feel about you. But you know, it's funny, I don't see a lot of cups here. This person is very controlling. This is a very controlling person. So that's really what's got this person's head spinning, is that they lost complete control of this dynamic. It's got them in a tizzy. Okay, I'm gonna pull one or two more cards, and then we're gonna end the reading. Benevolent spirit guides. Yep. Moon reverse, and Ace of Swords reverse. This person's not being honest with themselves. They keep lying to themselves about your entire situation. And what they don't want to acknowledge is their deep disturbance being the reason why they don't have any access to you. This person cannot understand for the life of them why they are not able to contact you. So if you've blocked this person is not understanding why they are not being unblocked. And they're not looking at the fact that it's them. They are the reason. Like, their disturbance, their internal disturbance, is what is keeping the both of you so far away from each other. All right, pile number 2. That was a mouthful. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And please write in the comments down below, who is this mofo? Who is this? Because let me tell you something. Look, I got the lovers. Lovers at the bottom of the deck. I gotta cover the people up. Lovers at the bottom of the deck now. Might be a Gemini. Um, but let me know who this person is, please. Because this was absolutely insane. I hope you heal from this connection because their intentions for you are absolutely disgusting. Makes me want to throw up. So, take care of yourselves, please. Pile number 2. All right, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Hey, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So, your anchor card is Espíritu de Soledad. Soledad, sorry. So that's the spirit of solitude, right? Or is it sadness? No, it's solitude. And the meaning of the card is a separation from a lover. It sounds similar to pile number 2. So if you were called to check that pile out, I think you might be interested in that one. Only if you were called to do so. Why is this person trying to provoke you? You didn't listen to them. You didn't do something that they were expecting you to do. This sounds very similar to pile number 2, but I'm getting that you didn't listen to them. They either told you to do something or they expected you to read their mind and move in a certain way and you didn't do that. So what they did was they took their love away from you. This is the type of person that wants to gauge how you feel about them by how intensely you respond. So this is the type of person who wants you to send them paragraphs. This is the type of person where they want you to come to their house. You know, let's say they block you on all social media. Deep down inside, they want you to chase them. They want you to rock up to their house unannounced. Like, they want you to prove how deeply and the lengths that you'll go to prove how deeply you feel about them or how much you want them. Okay. I'm going to move on from that. Patience. Stay strong. Yeah, man, you put your foot down on something. Or, yeah, you didn't. The fact that there are things that you value outside of this person, the fact that there are things that make you happy outside of this person, the fact that there are dreams that you have that don't involve this person really bothered this person. So they wanted to punish you by taking their love away from you and having you freak out about it. But would stay strong and stay strong, discover your purpose and patience. That's why this person wants to provoke you, because they see that you're not codependent. Must be the truth if we're gonna unfocus now for the first time. None of the other piles had a focusing issue. Hold on, let me see. Okay. So that's the truth. This person wanted you to make them your entire world. That's why they want to provoke you, because they were able to see that you have other things outside of them that stimulate you and keep you going. This is somebody where, like, if you had a hobby that you were really passionate about and you prioritize that, not prioritize, but let's say you would sacrifice spending time with them if it meant that, there was a specific day and only a certain time slot that you had to do this hobby. You would sacrifice going over to, their house or whatever in order to do this hobby because you care about this hobby that much, right? This is somebody who wanted to be the centerpiece and the focal point of your mind, of your life. They wanted you to be consumed by them, and you weren't. And that's why they want to provoke you. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. This person did not like your third eye intuition, um, devotion to your religion. There's something about your spiritual beliefs that this person felt threatened by. There's something about your spiritual beliefs that this person felt threatened by because they felt seen. They felt like, and I don't think this is something that they accounted for when they got themselves involved with you, but this person felt like whatever it is that you believe in, whether it is religious or maybe you're just somebody who believes generally in esoteric things, or let's say you're somebody who's specifically involved in the occult, like things like hoodoo, voodoo, santeria, this person feels like they were vulnerable to exposure because of your beliefs, and that made them feel very unsafe. They did not want you to see who they are fully. They did not want you to see their intentions. They wanted to be able to wear a mask and just to coast by and be comfortable. But there was something about your beliefs that makes them like walk on eggshells because they're like, oh, can they tell, that I'm thinking about this? Can they tell that my plan is to, bait them into, an argument? Can they tell that, I'm doing this, that, and the other behind the scenes? In fact, there is something that proved to this person, something that you did or said that proved to this person that you have a higher knowledge. There's something that happened that proved to this person that no matter what it is they do, no matter how hard they try to hide either themselves or certain aspects of themselves, that there was no hiding from you. And that did not make them feel safe. So I'm getting it's like layered. You made this person very uncomfortable because, one, they couldn't hide. Two, you are not attached to them in an unhealthy, codependent way. Three, you saw right through them. I'm looking at these eyes. Hold on. I want you to see what I'm seeing. What my eyes decided to hyperfocus on. You saw right through them, and they saw that from you. They could tell that you could see them. Hold on, let me make it refocus. They could tell that you could see them. And that was a big issue for this person. And that's why they wanted to provoke you, to pull you down, so that they felt like they had more control. This is so much like pile number 2. To pull you down, to feel like they had more control over the situation. And also for them to see in real time how you felt, because this person wanted to see your hand. That's what I'm feeling. This person couldn't see your hand. So this is somebody who treated romantic situations like a game. And whether that's something you did or not, this person wanted to see your hand. You might have just been, I don't know. You might have just thought that, okay, maybe you're moving along in a reasonable pace, right? I mean, you wouldn't tell somebody everything about you in the first month you know them, right? Or that you meet them, because, I mean, who's to know if that person's actually somebody worthwhile, or somebody who is solid enough or even aligned with you in only a month. It's a really short period of time to be able to tell something like that. So you might have been moving from more of a logical, normal pace, but in this person's mind, it was just like, what are they thinking? What are they feeling? I need to know, would they do this for me? If I do this, how would they react? And da 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 da. So I'm getting this person was acting out of fear and insecurity about the weight that they have in your life. This person wanted to feel important. And they may have been important, but their idea of importance is if you make them a centerpiece. And I'm getting very strongly here that you did not. You did not do that. You may have really cared about this person. You may have spent a lot of time with this person, but you might have had a very secure attachment to this person where you weren't living, breathing, eating, shitting this person. And that's what they wanted. Maybe you have other responsibilities, like children. Maybe you were really, really focused on your career and that was your main priority, right? And that made this person very uncomfortable. I feel like I'm repeating myself, so let's get to the tarot. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Look, Empress and Six of Pentacles. Let's see. Let me shuffle. Benevolent spirit guides. Let's see. Okay. Benevolent spirit guides. Why does pile number 3? Why does pile number 3 need to know about this person's intentions? Benevolent spirit guides, why does pile number 3 need to know about this person's intentions? Benevolent spirit guides. 8 of Wands reverse. Benevolent spirit guides, why does pile number 3 need to know about the intentions of this person? Why does pile number 3 need to know the intentions of this person? Okay, nothing's coming out, so that means I need to get a message from the 8 of Wands reverse. This person You and this person needed to learn discernment. There's something about discernment between the two of you that needed to. Wow, now all of a sudden cards are coming out. 1 second. Ace of Wands, okay. Oh, excuse me. Okay, but they're coming out 3 at a time. Benevolent Spirit Guides. Why does pile number 3 need to know about this person's intentions? So, this person's lust needed to be controlled. So, this is somebody who is extremely attracted to you. But they needed to use their discernment in terms of lust. And I'm getting here, so did you. But the thing is with you is that it's very different between the two of you. There was a lustful energy between the two of you. So much wands. There was a lot of lustful energy between the two of you, but you guys needed to learn discernment in different ways. So one of you needed to learn discernment in terms of keep your thing in your pants, and the other person needed to learn what is worthy of gaining access, right? This might have been something that moved really fast between the two of you. And in that, there's a lesson for both of you, but different lessons. Because I'm seeing somebody having a hard time controlling their desires, and then the other person not having a hard time controlling their desires, but being brought into situations because of their desires without, taking their time. Okay, so somebody was promiscuous, and then the other person was just extremely attracted, so they decided to give it a chance without looking at the outside factors of whether this person was worthy of bringing into their life, right? So the main theme here is lust, but the lessons are different. And both of those lessons have to do with slowing down. So that's why you needed to learn about this person's intentions, because you both had to learn how to discern in different ways. 5 of Wands. I'm getting a lot of jealousy and envy. Hold on, let me see what this is about. Never seen that before. So, this person only showed you one half of their face. And you took it at face value just for them to show you the other half. And it was not pretty. So, your lesson in this whole thing with the discernment is also just wait, patience, right? Waiting, patience, taking your time. Because had you waited, this person would have shown themselves eventually, and Um, this is not blaming, because this is a lesson. So I'm not saying what you should or shouldn't have done. I just want to make that clear. But what I'm saying is, had you waited a little longer, this person would have shown the other half of their face. And you could have been prevented from going into this lustful nature of your dynamic. And cooperation. There's a lesson in cooperation here, because somebody was too jealous and too focused on being deceptive to get what they want to even consider cooperating. And that may have been your person, that may have been you, but I'm seeing that one person had a hard time cooperating because they were too busy focusing on getting the outcome that they wanted, the control that they wanted. Are there any more cards, benevolent spirit guides? Benevolent spirit cards. Is there another card? Yeah. This is. You have to be coming from pile number 2. There's no way you're not. We have the Knight of Wands here. We have the Knight of Wands. Let me get closer. Lusty. Just lusty. But that's why this person wanted to provoke you, because your connection was based in lust. This person wanted to bring emotion out of you so that they felt better about themselves if this was beyond lust. They needed to feel like you actually care about them on a deep emotional level so that they didn't feel, I'm hearing, cheap. They didn't want to feel cheap. So they just wanted this emotion out of you so that they could feel and they could have that kind of relief that this wasn't just a physical connection for you, that you have actual emotions for this person. Which is very toxic. Very toxic. But that's just an insecurity. Not your problem. You weren't put on God's green earth to make people feel better about themselves. Especially when those people don't know how to be mature adults. Right? It's not your job to coddle somebody like they're a freaking baby. There's a grown man or woman that needs validation. And if you didn't give it, oh well, because the way they were going about it wasn't very healthy anyway. They wanted to see you in pain to reassure themselves. Seeing you in pain made them feel like they were cared about, which is like, how low vibrational do we have to go? How low can you go? Can you go down low? All the way to the flow? This person's trying to drag you to hell. And we don't like it over there. It's too hot. It's too hot. Alrighty. Pile number 3. That is your reading. I hope you enjoyed. Please put in the comments who this person is to you. Because every single one of these piles, I'm not gonna lie. Every single one of these piles was so psychotic, so psychotic. It's not even funny. Well, I hope you enjoyed that reading, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.